Damon here from NLP Gym. I want to challenge you to rethink how you think about problems. So we have these things that we call problems, and NLP and therapy can be very effective in taking something that you consider to be a problem, like painful memories of the past, and sort of recoding them. Some modalities can often be very good with that, disassociation. And you can make these memories less painful. And that's really cool when you can do that using NLP. And it's very effective for using it with those type of things. What I notice too often, and oftentimes this is what people want, and as a coach I will not give this to someone, is they want to feel better about their current problems instead of solving them. And I've come to be the exact opposite. I actually don't want to feel better about my problems. I actually want to feel worse about my problems. And not that I want to beat myself up or blow something out of proportion and make it into something that it's not. What I mean by I want to feel worse is I want to get to that threshold faster. When we decide to make a change, it's because we've hit our threshold and we said enough is enough. And even for small problems, that's where I want to get to really fast as possible, where enough is enough and I take different action and I make a change. There's also things that people might consider problems that are not problems, in my opinion. And those are things that you can't change. If you can't change it, it's not really a problem. But honestly look at it and ask yourself, can you actually change this? If you can, shut up and do something about it. If you can't change it, let it go. It's not a problem. I'll give you an example. I lost a loved one a few years ago, and I still feel pain from that. I still feel loss and I still feel grief, and I probably will for the rest of my life. But it's not a problem. Why? Because I can't do anything about that. I can't do anything about the fact that he's gone. So yes, while I feel these uncomfortable feelings, I've just allowed them. And so they're not so uncomfortable. They're just there. I've accepted them. So they're not a problem. So that's what I mean by challenging you to look at problems in a different way. The other thing I see a lot in NLP is, somebody's using an NLP process for weight loss, or somebody's using an NLP process to quit smoking. They do the process and then they go order a cheeseburger or they light up a cigarette. You can't just do the internal work. You have to do real world action. And I had, around that same time that I had that loss, my weight was fluctuating within about 15 pounds. It kept going up and down. It would go up, I would do something about it, and then it would go down, and then it would go back up. And it was wreaking havoc on my cholesterol levels. So finally, I sat down and I really worked on myself using NLP. And I hit my threshold. I looked in the mirror and I did not like what I was seeing, so I said enough is enough. And I kept it simple. I kept it mainly to 2, sometimes 3 things in my plan that I would do. And I really future-paced this really strongly. And then immediately I took action. I changed my behavior right then. So you can't just do some rewiring and some reprogramming. And sure, you can do that to feel better about your problems. You can do that to feel better about your health. That doesn't necessarily mean it's going to fix your health or that you're going to get healthier. You might just feel better about eating that cheeseburger, or you might feel better about having that cigarette. So to kind of recap, rethink how you look at problems, or rethink what you think about problems. And just because if there's something you can't change, and even if just because it has some negative feelings attached to it, it's not really a problem. Just allow those feelings. It's normal. That's life. We're going to experience grief. We're going to experience negative feelings. That's normal. And if there's really nothing you can do about it, it's really not a problem. And also do something about the things that you can do something about. Hit that threshold really fast. Don't just try to make yourself feel better about something, especially if you can do something about it. Do something about it. You'll feel much better from doing something about it than you will trying to pretend like you don't feel bad about it.